Hi there, Steve Kaufman. I'm going to talk to you about 6 hacks for mastering Chinese. Basically, based on my experience when 40 odd years ago, within a 9-month period, I went from scratch to where I could read novels, translate diplomatic documents in Chinese, both English into Chinese, Chinese into English. Hack number 1, the first month or maybe 2, focus on listening and pinyin. Pinyin is the romanization. Just get used to the sounds. It's too difficult, in my view, to start learning characters when you don't even have words. It's easier to learn things when you have something meaningful that you can refer it to. So you listen to stuff, you read the pinyin, and by this time you're getting more and more keen to attack the characters for the words that you have now already learned. So hack number 1 is focus on pinyin for the first month or 2. Second thing is, once you decide to study characters, this is the second hack, go at them full time. Full time meaning half an hour a day at least. And develop your own memory system. You may use Anki. I had a system where I used these flashcards. These are now well over 40 years old. And I developed my own sort of spaced repetition system writing, which I can explain to people if they want. But learn those first 1,000 characters. Thereafter, you'll find that you'll be able to pick them up because so many elements repeat and it becomes easier to learn them through your normal reading activities. But the first 1,000, second hack is make a deliberate effort, almost as a separate activity, to learn those characters. That's hack number 2. Hack number 3 is focus on patterns. If you are, whatever your book is that you're using, don't get caught up in complicated grammar explanations. Focus on patterns. When I was studying, we had a wonderful book by Harriet Mills and P.S. Nee. It was called Intermediate Reader in Modern Chinese, A Pattern Approach. Every single lesson, they introduced patterns. And to me, that's how I sort of got a sense of how the language worked and developed these patterns, which became almost like the frames around which I could build my whatever I wanted to say. So focus on patterns. That's number 3. Number 4, read a lot. Read a lot. And in my case, and find interesting things that you want to read. In my case, very soon after we got past our initial sound-only, pinyin-only text called Chinese Dialogues, we graduated to a thing called 20 Lectures on Chinese Culture. 20 Lectures on Chinese Culture is very interesting history. It consists only of text and a glossary. No complicated explanations, no quizzes. And when I look at this, and this was a sort of a lower intermediate book, 20 Lectures in Chinese Culture. And today, when I was in China the last time I bought this, Gaoji Hanyu Kouyu, it's advanced spoken Chinese, okay? It's full of the most boring content about so-and-so went to school and met his friend and they went to the barber and they went skating and I don't know what, and it's full of questions and stuff like that. And there's only one thing to do with this kind of book, in my opinion. Throw it away. I don't like it. Unless you're interested in that kind of stuff. So-and-so went skating. I graduated from 20 Lectures in Chinese Culture to this reader in modern Chinese, which was fascinating, and introduced the patterns. And then I went on to, novels like Lotus Yangzi. So read a lot. Much easier to do today because the internet provides so much content. You can use online dictionaries. You can study at LingQ. So read. Next, focus on listening to things that you like. In my case, I listen to a lot of xiangsheng. But nowadays, you can get online, you can go to Beijing and you can buy elsewhere CDs of the classics of Chinese, of history, novels, you name it. Lotus Yangzi is available. If you look at my latest blog post, you'll see a link to a site where you can download an audio version free of charge. So, focus on sounds. And one last hack that flows from this focusing on sounds And this is something I'm going to admit. I have tended not to be a great fan of shadowing because I didn't really do it. But I'm saying to myself, Chinese, with this intonation, with the music of the language, I think you should shadow. And I must admit, I am going to try doing more shadowing now with my Korean. And even though while you're trying to speak, while you're listening, you miss stuff and you don't understand it as well, and it can affect trying to really enjoy the content. So I wouldn't suggest you do it all the time. But as a process of getting used to the music of the language, give it a try. Let me know how it works. It may be that plus a lot of listening to, real lively Chinese that you like is going to help your brain get used to the tones. A better solution than trying to memorize the tone for each word. So there you have it. Those are my 6 hacks on learning Chinese. Bye for now.